Hey everyone, this is Jill Celeste from JillCeleste.com and founder of the Celestial Circle, and I have some awesome tips that I want to share with you in this week's marketing video. This week I want to talk to you about free ways to market your business because let's face it, as solopreneurs we often don't have a very large budget, if any budget, for marketing, and we are always looking for ways to market our businesses without any expense. Now, normally we think about social media, blogging, maybe even networking, those types of things as no-cost, low-cost marketing techniques, and those are fantastic. But today I want to talk about 4 free ways to market your business that perhaps you haven't thought of before. So let's dive right into it. The first marketing method you could check out is to be a guest on people's podcasts. So podcasting may be attractive to you because you might want to host a podcast, but there's actually some expense to that. So if you're really watching your budget, what I'd recommend doing first is to be guests on other people's podcasts. Podcasters are always looking for dynamic guests. And so here's what I recommend you doing in order to really line up some successful interviews. First, create a speaker one sheet. This is just a document, one side, that has your name, your biographical information, your photo, things that you speak about, your speaking tone, that kind of thing. This is something you can share with your podcast hosts to get them to agree to have you on their show. And then go look for podcasts. There are lots of resources. There's directories online. You can often find podcasters on Twitter or Instagram. And there's even a Facebook group called Help Out a Podcaster or Help a Podcaster Out. And you can go in there and find people who talk to your ideal clients and you can be a guest on their show. This is a free method, just takes usually just 45 minutes of your time. Be sure to share the interview once it is done, and you will be surprised how much this increases your brand awareness and puts you in front of your ideal clients. So check out that. The second type of free marketing you can check out is to get earned media. So earned media is a fancy marketing term for when you get an interview with a reporter or with a high-level blogger. So think TV show, radio show, newspaper article, big blog, that kind of thing. And a lot of entrepreneurs are like, this is great, but I have no idea how to do it. And actually, it's not as hard as you might think. The first thing I would do is I would take to Twitter. I would find local reporters and start following them and then getting to know them through their tweets. You can retweet them, you can message them, but don't pitch to them, but you want to build a relationship with those reporters. And then what I would do is I would set up Google Alerts for industry key terms. So if you're like me, a marketing coach, Facebook news, Instagram news, marketing news, that kind of thing. And when something comes in that's kind of hot, you can message that reporter after you built some rapport and say, hey, listen, if you need an expert to talk about this topic, this is something I can talk about. My big tip with working with reporters is that they're always on a deadline or often on a deadline. So if you can be accessible to them and give them good information on their timetables, you will have a friend for life and often will get future interviews. So think about that as a marketing strategy as well. My third tip is about guest speaking at local networking groups. So ideally, guest speaking at groups that you don't belong to is a fabulous marketing strategy. I do this all the time. This really extends your reach in a local market, of course, but what it's so awesome is that only investment you're making is your time and the fuel cost. You won't have to pay for the networking meeting, and sometimes they even pay for your meal if you're a guest speaker. So make a list of local networking groups that you're not a member of and reach out to those chapter presidents and ask them if they take outside speakers. That's the first question you want to ask. If they do, then they will continue that dialogue with you and you can get on their marketing, or rather their speaking calendar. So really make sure you're maximizing your local networking groups and get on their speaking calendars. It's a great free way to market your business. And the fourth way you can market your business for free is to align with a JV partner. So JV partners are intended to be an informal relationship, kind of like I'll scratch my back kind of relationship. And if you can line up 1, 2, 3, or multiple JV partners, you probably wouldn't have to do any other kind of marketing. Because as you know, word of mouth marketing is really the most effective and the most affordable way. And that's really what JV partnerships are about. So you find a JV partner who services your ideal clients, but in a different way than you do. And you meet with them and you strike up a relationship. It's a referral relationship. So you're trying to get referrals for that professional as well as that person referring to you. And if you keep up the communication and you keep up the love between you and your JV partners, you will get amazing referrals and amazing clients, and it won't cost you a thing. So these are 4 maybe ways that you haven't heard of before or haven't thought about before, or maybe even didn't think it was possible, but they absolutely can be. So make sure you implement 1 or all 4 of these methods to really find ways to market your business without putting any money out of your wallet. So if these tips are helpful for you, come on over to jillceleste.com. Check out my blog. I got tons more resources out there. And if you're curious about the Celestial Circle, the website for that is thecelestialcircle.com. I would love to welcome you into our membership group. So until next time, here's to your marketing success. I'm sending you so much love. Have a great day.